I did some research on Fort Collins before I got up here, and I saw that Fort Collins was voted best place to get gas before you go to Wyoming. So it was nice to finally be in the best. It was cool. Are y'all Christian? I know I kind of look like that dude. Yeah, sometimes I like to go to church and just like tap people on the shoulder. And I'm like, hey man, I heard your prayer. Not today. And they're like, God damn, Billy Ray Cyrus is a fucking dick. So it's cool to be here. I'm originally from Louisiana. I got to drive in the snow for the very first time, and I think the hardest part about driving in the snow is texting. I was excited. I was like, I gotta tell my mom what I'm doing, so I was like, hey, guess what I'm doing? And she was like, drinking. And I was like, yeah, but what else? So, I don't know. I made it to work on time. It was nice. I was drinking on Pinot Grigio. I know I don't look like a Pinot Grigio type of dude. I know I look like a Boone's Farm that I bury in the yard somewhere, but I like Pinot Grigio. Got any Pinot Grigio fans in the house tonight? Yeah. Let me rephrase that. Got any swingers in the house tonight? Anybody like their keys in a bowl and a wine in a box, huh? I think if High Life is the champagne of beers, then Pinot Grigio is the root beer of wines. That's nice. Y'all got these rent-a scooters around here? Yeah. Y'all know if y'all see somebody fall off of a rent-a scooter and they die, a brewery pops up where they died. And that's why y'all got so many breweries around here. They just dying so we can get fucked up. It's pretty nice. Do y'all have DUI checkpoints around here or no? No? Y'all know what that is though, huh? Yeah. I think DUI checkpoints should be called DUI finish lines. 'Cause where are you going after that? You know, it's not like you get to the checkpoint and they're like, all right, you're pretty fucked up. Keep on going. And then you wreck and you spawn back at that checkpoint. It's not, this ain't Mario Kart. We had a lot of DUI checkpoints where I'm from in my small town in Louisiana. I'm from this small place in Louisiana. It's called Mayor the First Person You Fuckville. And our DUI checkpoints was set up on the main roads, and then the people would find out about them, and they get on Facebook, and they'd be like, hey, they got a DUI checkpoint on the main road where all the businesses are. Make sure you take the back roads where all the people live. And then the next day on the news, it'd be like, we only caught 2 people at the DUI checkpoint, but 75 mailboxes were knocked down in local neighborhoods. If you have any leads to who did this, please leave a racist comment on our Facebook page. Then somebody be like, they need to build a wall around the Taco Bell. Sincerely, Papa John. So, our mailbox got knocked down all the time by drunk drivers, and to replace our mailbox, my parents wanted to replace it with a brick mailbox, so when a drunk driver would hit it, they wouldn't knock it down. But since the land that we lived on was owned by my grandpa, he was like, if someone's gonna hit that thing, they're gonna sue me, which I think was his way of saying, sometimes I get drunk and hit that thing too. So, I'm Cajun. If you don't know what a Cajun is a white person that gets interviewed after a hurricane. My grandma looks like Lou Reed. My grandpa's a shrimp with a hat. My last name is Lonion, and it rhymes with ha-ha, so. And I have deep roots in Cajun. My mom did genealogy. She figured out I'm a descendant from the first Cajun to ever settle in Louisiana. However, she's not done enough genealogy to tell me who my dad is. So, she missed the spot. It's all right. It's okay, though. Don't feel bad. I had a stepdad growing up, And one time, I saw my stepdad throw a baseball, and he killed a mouse. And I was like, you my daddy now. And he was like, you my son now. And then he put me in his will, and when he passes away, I get that mouse. So, and that was the last time we went to Disney World. He saw Mickey, he was like, that one big right there, and he got it. Y'all like that little dance? Yeah. That's what he did. Have y'all ever been to Louisiana? Okay, all right, nice. So you probably like ran into like a Cajun accent. If you're not familiar with like a Cajun accent, just imagine if like a French pirate fucked like somebody from Boston, and it has some kind of cross-eyed alligator farmer, and that learned how to speak English from a water damage speak and spell, and like some people they're found from Louisiana like, oh, that accent's so sexy y'all got down there. And it's not, like, there's no sexy Cajun accent. Like, there's no way that a woman could say she wants to go downy in a sexy way. It just comes out, "Me better than you pants, you put your dick in my mouth." And you're like, no. Come on, babe, open up that pussy like a bag of cracklings right now. Get in there. Like, damn, I gotta find somebody else to mow my grass. I don't know. I grew up in a trailer. I got some jokes about living in a trailer, and if you don't relate to this, it's because you were born on purpose. So, try to come into these jokes with like an open mind and don't be so mobile homophobic. So growing up, whenever we did laundry in our trailer, the whole trailer would shake. And I was always embarrassed by this when I had friends over, and I was like, oh no, they're gonna think I came from an unstable household. And I vowed, I was like, when I grow up, I'm never gonna live in a place that my whole house shakes whenever I do laundry. And I'm happy to say, I've never lived in a place that has its own washing machine. That's right. I moved on up. House don't shake when I do laundry. That's right. I do go to a place to do laundry though, where all the people shake. No, that's cool. I did all the stuff down there, the Cajun stuff. I used to go fish with my grandparents, and one time I fell in a river. There was an alligator very close by, and my grandpa jumped in and saved me before the alligator can get me, because if an alligator eats your grandson, you lose your fishing license. One time my grandpa told me the only way to know if a possum is dead is to step on its head and pull its tail until it shits. I've been thinking about that for about 35 years now. And that is not the only way to know if a possum is dead. That was just something he liked to do, I think. I think that's how COVID started, to be honest with you. Yeah. There's a lot of people down there that think that the vaccine was Democrat mind control. And to that, I say, I took the vaccine and I watched Hamilton and I still thought that it sucked. So I don't think... my mom and my dad, they met through a mutual cousin. So what that means I got a cousin named Tammy on both sides of my family that is the same Tammy. And y'all know what that means. That means that Tammy is off limits. Now look, that does not mean that I'm inbred. I'm not fucking royalty, all right? So I actually did the math on this to prove that my parents are not related. So check this out. So this is what happened. So my mom's sister married my dad's mom's brother, and they had a baby, and that baby is related to both my mom and dad. And I would not be able to figure that out if I was inbred. That's right, all right. My rule for incest is if it takes you a while to explain how you're related, then y'all can smash. This is a small town. Y'all might have to use that shit. Y'all might have to be like, all right, my sisters, cousins, brothers, uncle, nephew. Okay, it's enough foreplay. It's clobbering time. So now look, when I do that joke, some other audience is bothered by it, and the other part of the audience is like, man, I wish I knew how to do math. I did that joke one time, though, in Louisiana, and this girl came up to me after. She was like, I don't know if you knew this, but we're actually fifth cousins. And I was like, oh, you playing hard to get. So